Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. You know, video games are an amazing thing when you really think about it. How they came into being, what they represent, how they've affected society, culture, and humanity as a whole. Yet, as with anything, there are some people that miss the point of video games and take them for granted. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing to say the least. But how? How do people take video games for granted, and how do people miss the point of video games? Well, when you get upset and concerned over KD ratios and leaderboards in multiplayer video games, you're missing the point of video games, and you're kind of taking it for granted. When you go scouring and buying video games that only get 9s out of 10 and 10s out of 10 from review websites, and ignore other games that dare have a lower score, then you're missing the point of video games, and you're kind of taking video games for granted. When you bust a nut over a video game's graphics and determine your enjoyment and the overall quality of the game based on their graphics solely, then I'm sorry, you're missing the point of video games, and you're taking video games for granted. When you look at any and all video games, and immediately assume that there's malicious intent coming from the developers or the publishers of the game, and you're immediately critical, cynical, and paranoid that they and the game itself is out to get you, then I'm sorry to say, you're missing the point of video games, and you're taking video games for granted. When you buy, play, rant, and rave about video games that are exclusive to or connected to a certain video game platform, or console in this case, in order to somehow boast and promote about the video game platform you play on, and incite aggression and some sort of petty schoolyard playground dominance, then I'm sorry to say, you're missing the point of video games, and you're taking video games for granted. Finally, when you go out of your way on social media and the internet to argue, insult, degrade video games and other people because you liked or disliked a certain video game, and there is something in that game you disagree with, or a person disagrees with you about that video game, then once again, I'm sorry to say, but you're missing the point of video games, and you're taking video games for granted. Oh, wait, one more thing. If the only video game you buy and play every year is Call of Duty, then I'm sorry, you're missing the point of video games, and you are most certainly taking video games for granted. Video games do things that no other media does, can do, maybe will ever do. They provide unique, personal experiences through a variety of methods, whether it be action, puzzles, story, racing, visuals, online multiplayer interactions. Video games give you a control and a power that no other media does. With a book, with a novel, all you can do is read it. Just turn the pages and read the words. With a movie, all you can do is watch and listen. With a video game, though, you can read, you can watch, you can listen, you can control, you can make choices. You can alter and change the experience at your whim. You can directly share and interact with that experience with someone else. Video games provide a form of leisure time entertainment that is unparalleled by anything else. The range in content and types of games available now is astounding. If you want adult stories, dark, adult, mature stories, you have them. If you want something more lighthearted and more kid-friendly, that's available too. Family-friendly, completely available. Unique dynamic experiences, deep stories, gameplay rich with mechanics and choices and replayability. Explore vast digital reality environments. Create custom personal avatars. Perform actions and moves that you only see in sports, action movies. Video games are literally dreams come true. They bring to life fantasies of being an explorer, an adventurer, a hero. They let you experience happiness, sadness, excitement, anger, curiosity. Video games are such a versatile, evolving medium. They are something to be beheld. They are something to cherish. You see, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of television, unlike a lot of popular music, for the most part, and I mean for the most part, there are of course some exceptions, but video games aren't politically fueled, politically charged. They're not there to tell you what to think, what to feel. They're just providing you an interactive platform that you can have your own feelings towards. Not every game is made for everybody, but out there is a game made for you that suits your needs, your preferences, indulges in the fantasy or in the virtual experience that you desire. So to just boil video games down to numbers on a scoreboard, number of pixels on a screen, the review number score of some media outlet, the paranoia and cynicism of invisible faces out to get you, the boorish, childish, unrealistic competition of what piece of plastic and metal you play video games on? That's not what video games are. That's not what they're about. That's not what they will ever be about, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you push this delusional agenda, this pompous, arrogant, egomaniacal agenda. That's what video games about. That's what gaming comes down to. You know what gaming comes down to? Having fun. That one three-letter word, and in all of its definitions, all of its meanings, whether it be entertainment, fulfillment, therapy, appreciation. Are you having fun playing games? Are you having fun playing this video game? If not, well, then what the hell are you doing? Now, I know a lot of people can make the argument, well, some people have fun focusing on their KD ratio and their score on the leaderboard, being extremely nitpicky about video games, only playing games that the media has given high number scores to, being paranoid and cynical of video games, being territorial and combative about consoles. People have fun embracing negative emotions. And you know what? That's true. And there's nothing I can do about that. You're free to live your own life as you choose. But doing all that, embracing all that, thriving on all that negativity, well, one, it's unhealthy. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what you say. Studies, actual scientific studies, facts. It is fact that focusing on, harboring, seeking to indulge in negativity leads to health problems, both physical and psychological. And I just can't condone that, I'm sorry. And I can't condone using video games as a means, as a conduit to amplify negativity. Video games are a product. They're a work of art. They're an interactive medium. Yes, the developers and publishers want you to buy their product. No duh. They need to make money so that they can continue going on with business and put food on the table for themselves. And, make more games in the future. Yes, of course, not every video game is going to appeal to everybody. Someone could easily pick up and play a game based off hearsay or assumptions, play it, not enjoy it. Perfectly logical and reasonable. And yes, people have a right to voice their opinion, and sometimes it's good to get your opinion off your chest. Absolutely, I agree with that. Sometimes you just need to vent. But when this is all done consistently, in your life, how you treat video games and how you interact with video games, then you're missing the point and you're taking for granted what truly is a one-of-a-kind aspect in humanity. Video games are incredible. They really truly are incredible. When you think about it, we're able to generate this imagery. We're able to create, form, and morph lights, sounds, electricity, code in order to bring to life entire worlds, stories, characters, interactions, things that years ago, just a few decades ago, was science fiction. Video games were science fiction decades ago. And now, we're able to battle dragons, save the universe, fly in spaceships, become the victims in like a horror movie-esque experience, solve mysteries, fly, drive vehicles that we may never in our lifetimes be able to actually, drive. You cannot simply overlook what video games are and what they've done for the world. Video games are meant to take you on a journey, to make you experience something that you, quite frankly, cannot or may not experience in real life. They're meant to entertain you. They're meant to educate you. They're meant to share with you. They're meant to have fun with. And if none of that has to do with or correlates what you consider to be gaming, what gaming is for you, then I'm sorry, you're missing the point of video games. And you're taking video games for granted. However, in the end, like everything, this is all just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comment section below. I love reading comments and getting nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you like the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video if you hit the like button. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.